No. I just thought I was
Okay.
together, put some lens in, and I'm just winging it. I haven't even thought about it.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that you can hear and see me. With a bit of luck, you can. Streaming for 14 seconds. As I said, we're going to be here recording content. We've got loads of SD cards, we've got loads of memory, and we are at. There's one person. I'm being very skillful about how I'm walking around here, making people go, did I just see who I just saw in the thumbnail? Is that who I think it is? Yes. So I'm just going to walk over here and come straight back. So if you have just joined in to the live stream at Hyde Park, London, Speaker's Corner, we are here at Speaker's Corner speaking out. Hello Flat Earth Vegans, hello Steve Bailey, hello everyone. So yeah, here you see the cafe behind us. There's a few people there just now, predominantly just arguing about religion, so we are just calibrating ourselves and getting ourselves ready. And pretty much having a little chit chat. Dave Marsh, hello my darling. William Beacle, hello my darling. Amanda Panda, Dean H, Juan Torres. Buenos dias, my darling, buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? Steve Finneman, Emanuela. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. So, would you like to see who's come to Speaker's Corner today? We've got a lovely lady here. Some of you may know her.
Hi, I am exempt.
Are you exempt?
Just generally
Are you exempt?
from
Let's have a look.
everything.
I'm going to turn the camera around so people can read it. Let's have a little read. What's this?
Yeah, I'm
What's
exempt.
this? Okay, it says here,
I'm
I'm
also
exempt
staff.
from... Oh, I love
I'm
that.
staff.
You're staff. Now you're like fully approved. So Nora's got that on, and as some of you
I
know...
don't know what I'm staff of.
She says she doesn't know what she's staff of, but it's looking official. And have you been...
Excellent. If you have staff, I highly recommend wear a lanyard that says staff.
Love it. And you've come from
All
Ireland,
of the
right?
COVID problems.
You've
They
come-
just say, oh, I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry. They say
Yeah.
that. They say I didn't mean to be disrespectful, miss.
Really?
They think you're a key worker.
Right, so Nora's come from Ireland. Have you been mandatorily told to wear a face mask? Have you complied? What have you done?
In different ways. There's some people who don't know the rules.
Mhm.
I think it's the people who don't know the rules who think that it's like a law to
Right.
get their manager. So
Right.
I've had that.
And can you clarify what it is from your perspective? It's not a law, is it? They've asked
It's
people.
rules.
It's
Don't you think
rules.
It's just general
Yep.
mandates or rules
Yep.
according to business.
Yep.
Like Ryanair wanted to have masks. So
Yeah.
it's such a serious rule that everyone thinks, oh, it must be the law. But
It's not. It's not.
it's just some kind of guideline.
Yeah. So
I'm
you.
not following.
That's what I was going to say. Will you be following the guidelines, Nora? No. So there we have yet
If
another.
I did, I wouldn't be able to read.
Another shining example of someone who is not consenting to these guidelines,
Yeah, I just
rules
don't
and
want
regulations.
to read.
Yeah, yeah. Is it hypoxia? Is it you get from? Yeah. There's all sorts of conditions that can come from it. So yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat room. Thank you to Nora for being here at Speaker's Corner today. She's like, off you go to that way, right? So I haven't got a sound effect for a drum roll, right? I have not got a sound effect for a drum roll, but I've got someone here who some of you may recognise, some of you may know. He's quite prolific as far as making content is concerned. Some of you may know him as Martin. Some of you may know him as Flat Earth British. To me, he's just Mr. Awesomeness, personified. My darlings, I present to you Mr. Martin Liedtke, joining us here at Speaker's Corner. I was absolutely dumbstruck when I saw you, Martin. I was actually pinching myself. I was like, am I seeing right? Am I seeing Martin Liedtke here at Speaker's Corner?
Awesome moment.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Happening,
Thank you
guys.
so much for coming, my darling.
Ooh, they're all there. Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
Who's in there?
It's a lovely day here.
We've got Joey Butts, Emanuela Opperman, we've got Steve Finneman, Plane Drifter, Michael Kilpatrick, Joey Butts. We've got you in there as well, Martin.
Yep.
And we've got local experimentalist Flatball as well, Juan Torres, Try Thinking, Pete Ian.
Juan.
We've also got Dean H, Amanda, Dave Marsh is in the chat room as
Ooh,
well.
hi, Dave.
Hey Dave.
everyone.
William
Where are you?
Beacle, we've got Vertec there in the background. Awesome Vertec, thank you so much for joining us, my darling. We've got Awesome Austin, Paul from Newcastle, Flat Earth Vegan, Steve Bailey as well.
Share this out, guys.
Yeah, sharing is caring, my darlings.
I am.
We're going to be here at Speaker's Corner today, having the most important conversations with people, with the silent majority, the 99.9% of us, the people that aren't advertised on mainstream media. People that are advertised on the mainstream media are the minority, perpetuated as if they're the majority. The majority, however, are not consenting. I can't see one group of people here with masks on. I can't see anyone on my way here complying. I'm not hearing any testimonies from yourselves complying.
These trains are ridiculous, though. I was the only one without one. It's pathetic. It's all guards, no people.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, and they're just guiding you where you're supposed to walk like a child.
Yeah.
They've just hired an army of these people with like yellow vests, and
See, the thing, when they had the lockdown, it was empty. They had no one on the train, so I was able to go up and down.
let's do it. Whatever it is, they're doing it today because they were putting new tape down in the stations.
Really?
Yeah, and they had this like crew of security, so they could be throwing in
Wow.
something.
Wow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're already on it. Are you going to be complying?
And everyone's like, oh,
I don't consent to any of it. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll fight them all the way. If I've got to go off grid, which I'm planning to do, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not messing around.
Yeah. You haven't got a price. You're prepared to do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, and I'll take
Yeah.
everybody with me who wants to like go
Me
on,
too.
move on, and survive.
Me too.
You know, I'm planning all sorts. Bit of a shit. I've been planning Bavaria in. I got 120 acres in Queensland, right? 2 families going there, and I just hear that Queensland's been locked down for 2 years.
Yep.
2 years.
Yep.
That's
They've
insane.
let a load of people go over to Spain, and they've now just said to everyone, you're under a 2-week quarantine when you come back. They've let everyone go under
In the
full
house?
consensus. Yeah, they've got to be put on house arrest when they come back.
Right.
That's brilliant.
That's what they just said to all the tourists that have just gone over to Spain in the air tunnel that was safe to come back in. They've just told all the tourists over there, no, it's not actually. You're going to be substitute for quarantine when you come back for 2 weeks.
It's almost as if they're preparing, isn't it? You know, especially with these stripes going down to death.
Yeah.
What's that for? We're moving out of it, ain't we? I thought that was the case.
Exactly.
I think we got out of the EU.
Shout out to Lee Earl as well.
Shout out to Lee Earl, who has to get out of bed.
Yes, Nora says Lee Earl has to get out of bed. Local experimentalist as well. And Stephen D. Oliver, NH Paul as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Six Sense as well. All is one now as well. Mr. Susan 2222 Ingested Red as well. Thank you so much for joining us, my darlings. Massive shout out to each and every one of you. We're going to be here in London, Hyde Park Speaker's Corner for a good few hours, at least until early evening. We're going to have the most of the conversations today about these most tentative topics: the education system, how they've lied to us about the shape of the world, they've lied to us about space, they've lied to us about who we are, where we're from,
History.
why we're here, history. I mean, I know people say, you lot don't believe in anything, but well, I don't believe in the narrative.
No, I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in any of this paradigm. It's a fake paradigm. Prove it. Put it to the test, and you just easily debunk it. We're
Yeah.
more. We're actually fantastic. They just always degrade us and tell us we're less. We're so much more. This place is ours. The world is our oyster. We should never limit ourselves either, guys. You know,
Well
do
said.
it with love. You cannot lose. And
Well
like
said.
like Bob Marley said, I always quote Bob Marley. Needing nothing brings abundance, and it's right. If you don't need anything, you're not needy, and I need this and I need that, you just ride life, then everything just, abundance falls into place.
It does,
It's the
Martin.
need and the want and the
You have
that
to
keeps
let
it all
go of it
away.
all.
You have to let go of that.
it all.
Yeah,
You have
so
to be prepared to let go of it all.
Yeah.
And let it all come back the way it's supposed to come back.
Exactly
It's almost
that.
like watching a wave on a beach. As soon as you watch it away, damn it, it'll come back in again. It's about catching the wave and not trying to keep paddling in circles. It keep going over you.
I've done it in my life. We all have. Just wasting years, just going against the tide.
Yes.
But just living in the moment, not planning, being spontaneous, like
Well
this,
said.
just turning up. I woke up this morning and the spirit said, "Go to London." That was the end of it. I felt go, so I just jumped on a train.
See it, guys? See it, guys and gals? That's all you have to do is just get up off your ass and get out and go and do something. Go and do something amazing in your own way today. You've seen Martin, he's just turned up here with Nora, Vertex here. We've been coming here for a long time now, and it brings me nothing but absolute joy to see people making that pilgrimage. I was only just saying to you in the car a few minutes ago, don't worry if you can't get here this month. Don't even worry if you can't get here next month, but make a point to come here at some point before the end of this year. Make 2020 your year and say, you know what, this is the year that I'm going to go to the capital city and I'm going to go into Speaker's Corner in that mess, which is a mess because you've walked through there. Now you understand. I'm not exaggerating it, am I? I'm really not exaggerating it.
Mess of humanity.
Big up Steve, because Steve said to us all when I came here with Harry and Jason, the very, very first time we came here, Martin,
2 years
he
ago.
said, you lot are a breath of fresh air, please it coming. We need this.
I can see it.
We need it. And it is like oxygen. It's the air that we breathe that we need to put through there. Same old clown show. It's just a clown
subject,
show.
new
And do you know
thinking.
what? See, when the lockdown happened, you know what happened? Because I came here and I showed
seen
you.
that
They're
last
all
day.
gone. They weren't here.
Yeah, no,
they
nothing
weren't here.
here.
Why? Because they all complied. Not like we did. We came here. You saw Dave Murphy here. Asita was here. We were all here, and we went, "Where are ya?" I sounded like Delia. Is it Delia Smith? When she went, "Who are ya? Where are ya?" I felt like her. I thought, where are you all?
Yeah.
But you know what? Better late than never.
It was. I
We're here
remember
now.
it wasn't a very nice day that day either.
No, it wasn't. And you know as well, guys, we've been here, come rain, come shine. We've stood under the trees in 2-3 hours worth of rain. Dave and Jason have had wet knees to the point where we've been literally splashing about in puddles.
So it's beautiful, you know.
It is.
Not too hot, not too cold,
Just
just perfect. People having little picnics
Yes.
on Hyde Park.
Precisely. Look. I'm
Walked
gonna-
up by the
I'm gonna-
serpentine, diving,
Yeah.
shoot some ducks.
Yeah, the Serpentine's just over there.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
beautiful cafe beside there, but to think that we're in the capital city,
You would
and
never
there's
know.
such beautiful vistas within a park. I feel like if you, like I said, it doesn't matter if you live in Leeds, Hull, Stafford, Newcastle. If you can get to London for the weekend, me and Asita, we've been talking about going up to Manchester again. I miss Anthony and I miss
That's good
Dolly,
little crack up there, yeah.
and I want to go up there and go into the centre like I did with Jason and go and have these conversations in the centre. People were good for it. People were up for the
I remember
conversation.
Manchester.
We looked at places to stay, me and Asita, we were like, right, let's see if there's anywhere cheap that we can find today. And we found an apartment in the middle of Manchester for £40 a night. And we went, yeah, we'll do that. We'll go offers on that one then, won't we? So I'm saying to you, don't be put off by what you think is going to be the case. Go on booking.com, go on lastminute.com, go and look at the cheapest hotels in London, and I'm telling you, you will find a place for under 50 quid. Make a weekend of it, book it in advance.
Yeah,
And that's why I said, don't worry about if you can't come this month. If you're on a really strict budget and you can't afford it this month, then come in August, come in September, come in October. We're going to be here every single month. If you want to book this in advance, then go online today, book it for the end of October, book your room, book your travel, and you'll probably get down here with your accommodation and home all for 50 quid. I can't see it costing much more than that. Have champagne taste and lemonade money, man. Be scrupulous. Don't be the person that pays the most. Right? Take some time and make sure that you can get down here for me. Literally, that's what we're doing. We're doing exactly the same when we go up north. Anywhere that we're going to go over the next 4 weeks, which we've decided last night that we're going to take advantage of the fact that my kids are at home and I've got family to look after them. She's at a loose end just now as well, and we've gone, right, well, let's utilise the next 4 weeks until we're at Speaker's Corner again. For the next 3 weeks, we're going to try and go to Manchester, we're going to try and go to Birmingham, we're going to go down to Brighton, we're going to go to Bournemouth, we're going to try and get to Hull, we're going to try and get to Newcastle, we're going to try and go to Liverpool, we're going to try and go to all of these places, literally on a shoestring, and there's no e-begging, we don't need anyone to donate for it or anything, and it's not like we're rolling in money or anything, but we know, like you said, if you just literally just keep putting one foot in front of the other, the Most High will find a way for a path to get cut somehow. So we're doing it on blind faith at the moment, and it does work. So wherever you are across the country, we will be coming to a city near you extremely soon. All right, so no matter where you live across the country, any major cities that you're near to, we are more than likely to going to be passing through over the next 4 weeks. We're going to be getting out into the streets. We're going to be having these most tentative conversations with people. They're not buying what the mainstream media is selling anymore. People know that the government is puppets. People know that we've been under oppression for an incredibly long time, and it's been ingrained for a very, very long time. You know? Nice one. I forgot it was round that way. Yeah, it's been ingrained for a very, very long time. So I'd implore you, if you have the ability to get out to a local city, we will keep you in touch with dates and times and locations that we're going to be going to. Think of it as a little Really Woke mini tour, a Really Woke roadshow tour. Oh, there you
Sounds
go.
fantastic.
The
And
Really
that'll
Woke
work.
roadshow. Yeah, the Really Woke roadshow. And that will be the transition period between season 1 and season 2. I'm going to keep putting content out. So if you know that you're within the vicinity of these cities and you want to get in touch, do so. It's operationrealness@yahoo.com. If you want to get in touch with me on Instagram, do so. Martin, I want to ask everyone how they can get in touch. Where are you on? I don't know who you are, but for anyone that's watching that doesn't watch normally,
I'm easy to get hold of.
where are you on YouTube first and foremost?
I'm all over YouTube. I've got 4 channels, but Martin Leeds per channel. Most people know that by now.
Yes.
But, I got an information site. flatearthbritishinfo.com, which will link you to all my channels. I've got Celtic Tatarian channel,
Lovely.
Martin Leaker channel,
Lovely.
and Flat Earth British Think Tank channel.
Brilliant.
To keep us all busy.
Yes, which we do need because there's a lot of fraff out there.
I done
Martin.
it so to protect myself. So
Yeah.
I got it on two accounts.
You've got to go camouflage. and
After
you've got to
last
back
year,
up.
I thought I'll have so many channels, I'll build them all.
You get
And if they
backups for
take
the
one
backups.
out, then I
That's
got
it.
another one.
That's
and then
it.
to take that out, I got
That's
another
exactly
one.
it, Martin. Well
So
said.
I can
We
protect
all
myself.
need to camouflage. We need to camouflage our primary
Yeah,
accounts on a
YouTube's
lot of
messed
social
up,
media.
you know. So stuff's been
Yeah.
happening, it's never happened before. You know, to remove 20 minutes of my last video, and
Yeah.
I complained about it last night
Yeah, yeah.
on my live feed,
Yeah.
and they removed the first 20 minutes of last night's feed again.
See what
That
I'm
was a
saying?
2.5 hour video, it's down to 1 hour 59 minutes.
See what I'm saying?
Half hour they removed, so they've removed more. So they're just watching it real time and they're editing it before they re-upload.
Yeah.
Real time.
Which is making them a publishing site, which is making what they're doing illegal.
It is
It's actually
illegal.
illegal because they're publishing your work and that's not what they're supposed to do.
No, that's a good
at
point.
all. That makes them a publisher and not a social media platform that they claim to be.
Yeah,
so
but-
actually they're breaking the law.
Yeah, they
doing
are.
that, Martin. It's a valid point.
Total shit.
Yeah. Also, I will get that message to Martin right now, Mr. Lopez. Richard Lopez said, please,
Richard.
Roxanne, can you tell Martin I love you?
He loves you too, Richard.
Yeah,
he knows
man.
that,
Hey,
brother.
Richard Lopez.
Big up, my brother. Yep, I
big
got
up.
that message to Martin. There's a lot of love for you in the chat room, my darling.
You've got to come over and hang out with me, Richard.
Yeah, man. He said you got to come over to the UK and hang out with him, man. You've got to make it happen, bro. You've got to get over here, get past this lockdown, and do
It'll
that.
happen. You
Yeah.
know, 6 months ago we were all excited because like the Globe Light Tour was
Yes.
potentially going to cross America.
Yes, it
Everyone
was.
was in on it.
Yeah, it was almost like just as we lit the fire, they went no, boom, stop.
You know, I can't help thinking of that. You know, all the attention of the Globe Light Tour in Europe. You know, millions must have
I
seen
just
that.
want to point out that Riley's written to the Education Minister, Damien Hines, who basically saw the letter and tried to like.
Oh, he's a bit Riley,
and it's
man.
funny that Riley contacts the Education Ministry twice, and then schools get shut down. I'm just saying. I know COVID and everything, but I'm just saying. Riley wrote to the Education Minister. They sacked the Education Minister, replaced the Education Minister, and did a lockdown. So nice one, Riley. Big up Riley for bringing the education system to a fucking standstill internationally. Big up, my brother.
His letters are good though. You know.
What are the chances he writes to them for the first time in his life? They sack the guy and then have COVID-19 lockdown just
There's-
after the tour. Have we manifested?
All of the disclosures
Have we
that have
manifested
happened,
this?
yeah, all of the disclosures that have happened have pushed the reset on.
I think they have.
Definitely, they had no choice.
I've
They
heard a
had the
lot of people
bubble.
talking about looking glass.
Cats
and
on
stuff
her
like
back.
this, manifestations.
Globe's a lie, history's a lie.
Yeah.
You know, our paradigm is a lie, and
Yeah.
who we are, who they told us we are, and what this place is.
Yeah.
Even what that is there, that tree
Yeah.
that they gave a name to, is not what they told us.
Yeah.
There's more to a tree, much more than they're not telling us. To life itself.
Yeah.
That is going to be tapped into.
It's funny how the buildings don't block the 5G signals, but they do. That's why they have to cut the trees down to get the 5G signals.
We should hug a few
You know, like where they were putting the
Yeah,
towns up,
yeah.
right?
Do
I thought
Martin,
about. I was
go on, let's
talking
go
to
and hug that tree.
Zenith ABC Deadlock
I
about
will
this,
not.
and he was talking about distilled water.
Yeah.
And he was saying basically, you see the positive charge in the water. Well, basically, like a tree works like a big distiller, doesn't it? Because it takes the water, it filters it through. So it's almost like, you know, when they say, you know, be like water.
Yeah, of course.
We're
I
made
mean,
of
I talked about it last night in my vlog.
Yeah, it's what we're putting into our bodies. And when you think about the distilled water being in the trees, not distilled water, but when you think about trees distilling water the way they do, filtering it to the of course that's why they've got to chop them down, because they've all got a positive charge.
Direct, definite. They did that. But I think with trees, like if you stare at one and you just, you know, you don't think of it as a tree anymore. That drawing they give you in school and
Yeah.
that named tree, and you just
Come away
some-
from the
come away
cognitive
from that.
dissonance.
You start to see something.
Yeah.
You know, and I know it's with these 5G towers. They're putting them inside trees.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's like, hang on a minute, are trees antennas? Is this augmenting 5G reality? You know. Think
really
of what they,
interesting.
you know, think about it, yeah? They're not
Yeah.
really telling us about what's really going on with the fundamentals of nature, yeah? The fractal nature of this place, they keep it away from us. You know, they turn it into quantum mechanics.
Or let's say they
physics.
have done. They have definitely. From what I've looked at, I know that you've done much more extensive work than me, and by far, I've like literally not even a fucking scratch.
I've been at years, so right.
But even just from my primitive head, I know that I can definitely say as a fact, I know it's much longer than that, but I know whatever they did in 1909 was fucked up. It was messed up beyond levels. Because what came straight after 1909 It's beyond our worst. It's like we lost everything. We lost everything. As if we didn't lose it before. We lost everything again. And then this new narrative was taught.
Yeah, an entire civilization
Nimrod
was stolen,
expedition,
hijacked.
North Pole expedition in the same fucking year, Martin.
All of it. We explored
They
the
did
world.
2 expeditions in 1909 and
Yeah.
went North Pole,
Yeah, I know.
South Pole, it's a wrap. Right, everyone, we're going to teach you that. Globe, 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 globe. Globe, globe, globe.
Nowhere left to
Globe, 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 globe,
explore.
globe. Nowhere left.
We've covered
That's
it.
It's a
We've been
wrap.
there. It's there.
It's
It's
a
the
wrap.
North Pole.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
So
Just
it
like on a
feels
Truman
like for
Show.
me, we talk about the puppets, we talk about the puppet masters. I know from real, from 1909-10, they've made sure that whoever it is selected optically looks like a natural selection, but it's not. It's groomed. It's groomed from birth.
Yes.
They make sure it looks optically like that
100%.
to make sure the seat of the leader of the free world is always in control of the situation as far as the cabal are concerned. But what I've seen since 2016 is the most horrendous acceleration on the change of that old guard. I've seen the old guard lose nothing but grip since 2016. I've just seen them lose grip after lose grip after lose grip, to the point where for the last, 3 months, I've seen nothing but evidence of boats coming over from France, boats coming over from Denmark, the Navy, the French Navy, doing illegal fucking handovers, handing over people to this country. And then guess what Hounslow Council sent me the other day? And listen up for this one, guys. Keep an eye out for this one. Hounslow Council sent to me, dropped through my post, nice little letter. Hounslow Council on the envelope. Oh, hello, sis. Vote by proxy. Dear occupier, right? Check this and listen very carefully to what I'm about to say to you.
That's weird.
It was addressed to me from my local council saying, dear occupier, I pay council tax. I'm registered at living at my property, right?
Yeah.
I'm my name, right? But they said, dear occupier. So I opened it and it said, in big writing, I've got a little video of it, I'll send you it. Big writing, we need to know who lives at this address. Here's 2 security codes. Go to this website and you can vote if you're from the European Union. Anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere. You can vote if you're over 18 and you can vote if you're from anywhere in the fucking European Union. And I went, Soros, you cunt. You fucking cunt. Do you know what you've done? You've infiltrated us instead of fucking invading us. For the last fucking however many years, you've had hundreds of fucking thousands of people over here. Why? To make sure you vote those cunts back in. I've never believed in voting in my whole life. But
Yeah,
see, if
me
that's
neither.
what we're up against, I'm sorry, but we are all going to have to vote. We're going to have to do something because we're up against an
I don't know,
infiltration.
shouldn't we just abstain?
If honestly, hear what I'm saying to you, they have opened up this country's vote to the European Union. That means every person that's in this country that's from Europe has a right to vote on our government.
So are
Soros
we
has
allowed
his
to-
finger in the pot.
So
Yeah?
are we allowed to vote in Africa now?
If they're in the European Union, if they are in the European Union, then yes, you are. If you're in Spain and you're a member of the European Union, you're allowed to vote again. This is what they've done this year. That's why
Right,
Trump.
I'm gonna go to
That's why
India.
Trump is telling people you cannot do votes by proxy. They will send millions of Mexicans over the fucking wall and vote.
What's the proxy?
Proxy is by proxy means you're not from that fucking country, but you can vote for that country. How can you fucking vote by proxy?
Absolutely.
Sorry for my language, everyone. Sorry, I'm getting a bit
That was my
antsy.
No, it's getting tricky
Sorry.
by the day, you know.
It is
Right.
country-
We got Keanu
That
going
was
to be
only
president.
just. That was just the weird thing of the day.
I'll
That
tell
was
you
the
what.
weird thing
I'll
of the
tell you
day,
what.
wasn't it?
He hasn't said a word that I disagreed with, though. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
alright, fair
I'm
enough.
just saying.
I know,
I'm not saying. I listened to
tricky.
every point he said, and he didn't tell a lie, did he? He didn't. We can't call him out
About
for chatting
vaccines and all
shit.
that.
Who?
Keanu West.
Oh,
There was
that guy?
right,
Oh my God.
right. No. But listen. Forget the person. Listen to the message of what he said. Right? He spoke about big pharma. He spoke
Yeah.
about big boy things
Yeah.
to an audience of millions. So I don't
Yeah,
care
I
if he's
know.
going through a funny turn.
to come up with all of this though, and they
Yeah,
don't
that's
like,
the other question.
There you
It's
go.
also control.
Now I'm hearing the right questions being asked. Why was he allowed?
Yeah, why was he
because
allowed to come up
because
with
those
that?
that are in control are losing grip.
You think that's it, or maybe he was
I
just
think it's the balance
chosen?
dialect.
It's the
Maybe he was
systematic
chosen to
takedown
go out
of
and
the old
say
guards.
that.
Look what it's done to the Democrat Party now. It's destroyed it.
I
Biden
don't
is a
believe in
joke.
parties. I don't believe in
Neither
parties.
do I. Neither do I. But what if the oppressors are using parties to get back into control
Obviously they
to
are.
oppress
I
us?
reckon.
So we have to make sure we need
That's a
to.
Tavistokian thing to do.
Yeah.
To have two parties.
Yeah.
I
You
think
have
they're
to
all-
have that dichotomy in order to have the psyops.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
have to laugh.
Hello.
You're for her, innit?
Yeah, man.
Nice to meet
We're
you.
famous.
How are you?
And I said,
Oh, to find people like you in life.
oh, yeah.
Are you in the
see
chat with his?
Well, no, I'm not in anything. I just watch a lot.
Oh,
fair enough.
love it.
And I agree. That's
Oh, love it.
Sweet.
High five.
bullshit.
High
out there.
five. Well said.
I'm done.
Another
Known
member
as-
of the
known as
silent
fresh.
majority.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely to meet you, my darling. It's nice to know that there's even more silent majority out there. People like to think that they're on their own.
Well,
in this.
I'm not silent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I speak to people, they get to know straight away.
Flat Earth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ain't silent now, but I'm just not on the YouTube, innit?
That's it. And I think because people aren't on mainstream media and because they're not on YouTube, they think they don't exist. And I feel like even this
Yeah.
conversation is gold because
Yeah.
there'll be 10 people watching this going,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
goodness, and that person there knows it to be
That's
true as
right,
well.
yeah.
And that's the amazing thing.
And like I said, I mean, even if we can't know it to be true, as
Yeah.
in, is the world flat?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't, I mean, it is and it ain't.
What we know for sure is that it's
ain't
not
right.
what we've been taught. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't make any crazy
Or if it is
claims.
a globe, it's a really, really big one.
Yeah. Either way, it's
20
not what we've
times
been
bigger
taught.
than it
Either
is.
way, they taught us a lie. Either
So
way.
yeah, something ain't right.
Yeah.
100%.
Excuse me, I got the COVID.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Well said. Well said. Perfectly
So yeah, it's
put.
hard out here.
It is.
It is. It's like what I think the most annoying thing for me, anyway, is that when you listen to people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and all the rest of them, they don't address the issues.
No.
And
No,
I find
never
it
have, never
really,
will.
really annoying.
Yeah.
You know. And then
It's like they're putting on a Punch and Judy
and
show.
then still sit there and go, you know, it goes over the curve.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you even still say that? You know that's not credible no more.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying.
That's the bit when you know they know they're lying.
Yeah.
That's the bit.
And they don't bring up
It's
none of
not
the
as
maths.
hard
You
when
can
you
talk to them as long as you like,
Yeah.
but they won't bring up the maths.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, they'll stay
It's
away
like, well,
from
until you
it.
bring up the maths, you're not doing
They'll stay away
anything
from
for
it.
anyone, are you?
Yep.
So it's really annoying.
You know, even that Brian Cox he pulled out of this morning when those lot went on this morning. He didn't want to debate them lot or anything.
No, he
he put
wouldn't,
his
yeah.
people in
Yeah, they
excuse
just-
after excuse. And how is it? And we always said this: if the globe that they've taught us is completely accurate, if it's true, then why
your
would
maths
we
to it.
still, after half a decade, still have momentum with this conversation?
And the fact is, they would have run to us with their maths and said, look, you're working it out wrong.
That's it.
That's all. You're working it
simple,
out
it's
wrong.
a simple mistake. you've
Really
made,
simple.
and
Do
here it is.
you know what I mean?
And then
everyone
you
goes,
look at-
oh, okay, fools, put our tin out on for
That's
real.
it.
But no one then comes to say that there's the mistake you made.
Well, it would even be nice if they went, well, even if you don't believe that, here's the evidence of the moon landings and that we actually went there.
Well, something.
Maybe something I
Something.
could trust.
Yeah,
Just something that was legible. But then you look at the moon landings and you go, oh, you lot are sloppy. You lot didn't clearly have the imagination for what the future was going to be like because you thought we were going to what? Stay like that forever?
That's right. But I think the most damning evidence again is that the NASA documents about the non-rotating flat Earth stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's really damning.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because like, you can't work something out with maths unless you've got the correct.
Correct. If you haven't got the correct foundation,
How you gonna
can you
make-
make the
you
correct
just
correct? Yeah,
can't,
see, you
can you?
cannot.
It becomes
So
a
that's
danger
why-
to all of us.
That's it for me. That's why I've spent an incredible amount of time instead of walking out there and talking to people about what
Yeah.
this place is. I'm like, no. I might not find that out in my lifetime, but see these people, see, everyone deserves the opportunity to ask the question. No worries. So I'm just saying to this guy here that I'm talking to, that no matter who you are, no matter what you've been taught, you've got the opportunity in life to have a balanced opposing view for what you've been taught. And I think it's a crime against humanity if you're not given that balanced opposing view before you die. And if you as a human being are aware of that balanced opposing view and don't give it to your brother and sister, then that makes you as bad as the people that taught us a lie. And like this man said,
To my son, I've caused a lot of confusion.
me too. I've done it with my kids, but I'm pleased to tell you it can work. You can wake up your children and they can lead a normal life. They can go to education, they can take exams and everything can be fine. I'm just going to scoop the camera around here so you can see everyone's there. We've started off here because we're having a little coffee and then we're going to move over there to Speaker's Corner and we're going to just get in there and have conversations with people. But what's really lovely is as we were talking, this gentleman here just rocked up as we were talking as a group and he's like, you know what, don't worry, I agree, I've looked into this same thing myself. He's showing us that the silent majority are out there, and I say silent because these people aren't on YouTube, these people aren't on Instagram, these people are out there having everyday conversations with their friends, their families, their colleagues, people that they come across in social situations. He said, I use every opportunity I can to talk to people. Education of the children is the way forward. The adults are already far too gone. The kids don't need to be brainwashed with this nonsense. Well said, Sleeping Warrior. That's exactly what we're saying. The education system have done enough damage as it is. We've got a comment in the chat room that says education of children is the way forward. The adults are already far too gone, but the kids don't need to be brainwashed anymore with this nonsense.
But again, at the same time, we have to be a lot more sure as well before we tell them anything. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm saying
why
for my
it would be
children.
good if there was like just one of them good scientists who are so-called good scientists.
I think the transition will
to make-
happen,
yeah, do you know
and
what I mean?
eventually we'll get there. But for
And I
now,
think,
as
yeah.
I've done with my children, I've got a 17-year-old and I've got a 12-year-old. My 17-year-old's doing at A levels.
When goes to school, it's like
So for me, I didn't tell my son when the earth was flat. I told my son there is no evidence of curvature. There's no evidence that what we've been taught is actually true. You're being taught a model, son. At school, you need to memorise this and you just need to give it back to them. They're just giving you stuff to memorise and give back. Do it and no say that there's another truth. You're not giving the balanced opposing view. That's criminal. One day, darling, they will be taken to court. But in the meantime, you're going to have to suffer in silence like we did. Definitely. It's illegal. It's partisan.
yeah, but they won't say that. We didn't know.
There's already things in motion with people contacting the education department of the government. The schools have already been brought to a standstill with the COVID-19 madness. Kids are not being educated in the same way they were since March.
Yeah, which is true.
Not only that, we've now got to the point where we have acknowledged that partisan education is illegal. If you do not give a balanced opposing view, you are breaking the law, right? Here's a balanced opposing view. You've got creationism and evolution. You can't teach one without the other. Right.
And the thing is,
We've got the globe and we've got, nothing. Right. So if you're going to teach the globe, then teach Hebrew cosmology as well. Give a balanced opposing view. Give them something. Whether you want to do it in PHSE, whether you want to break down that lesson into a 15-minute segment so you legally provide the information you need to make the children understand they're learning a model. We got taught that as fact. You know you did. I did. They didn't say at any point it's a model.
when we look at this now, like that
Yeah.
map thing, like, I've even downloaded that on my phone. And you look at this, like, you know what?
Yeah.
The fact that someone's taken out so much time, and you can look at it, it actually makes quite a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I can't even go into detail until you it ain't perfect.
Right, exactly. That's
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
where I
Yeah,
am.
but,
I'm at the point
you
where
know.
all I can do is tell my children when it's not what it is.
Yeah,
All I can do is take away a lot of the variables for them off the table and leave them just with the statistics. And I've told them that school is PlayStation, Xbox, XP points. Gather as much of them as you can, move on to the next level, and don't worry, there will be a day where you don't have to consign to this bullshit anymore. And that's it. I'm pleased to tell you my daughter's just got an A in A levels for sociology, politics and English. She's passed all her GCSEs and she's woke. There is a way to do it. There is a way to wake your children up safely.
I brought my daughter up there,
Yeah.
and she's now 26, but, you know. And the same thing, she's done really well at school.
Yeah.
But she was there on her boyfriend. You know, they're both 26, 27. They told me about that 3
Right.
years ago, 4 years ago.
So they red pilled you. You got red pilled by your child.
Yeah.
Wow, I
Straight
love
up my
that.
children.
There you go. Isn't that credence to how well you've done? Critical thinking, no cognitive dissonance in your offspring. Well done.
Your children could be better than you, and you've done a good job, innit?
Yeah, man.
That's all it's about.
Well, credit to you. Credit where credit's due, my friends.
daughter brought me in, and,
Yeah.
look, and her boyfriend, he's a maths teacher in Bromley College.
Right.
And it's like, you know, for him to say the maths ain't like that,
There you
I'm not gonna
go.
argue.
Another teacher again.
you know what I mean? He's a
Another
maths
teacher. Yeah. Thank you so much for letting me know this.
It's nice to see you. I
Yeah.
see you on the box and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you, my darling.
Sure you see me again.
Take care. Take care. Thank you, darling. All right, sweetheart. All right, so a lovely guy there just chatting to us. Brother. He's just off on the bike there. Another member of the silent majority. Didn't catch his name, but as I said, he's woken up his children, he's woken up his friends, his family. He's tried to have as many conversations as he can. We've got a nice little crew here. Eventually, we'll move over there. I like this though. This is nice.
This should be our meet-up spot here.
Yeah.
Enough
Yeah.
to sit down.
Hello, my
Like,
darling. Nice to see you.
you too.
Lovely. We're just saying this should be our new little meet-up spot. I like it. I like it. Hello, gorgeous. You alright, sweetheart? We're just literally saying.
Guess
this should
guess
be
who
our
I
new
passed you?
meet-up spot.
Guess who I passed you today completely randomly by chance? Well, my friend who's into cars.
Underground, everyone.
My friend, hello.
Yeah, no, I love them.
My neighbour, who's born on the 23rd of July, the same day as Jason Disby, loves driving, like the Five does.
22
Because I've seen lots of examples of how the Five loves travel.
over.
And
What are the chances?
then that's it. Then my neighbour,
That's brilliant, isn't
this is the first car meet you've sort of been to with Wally. You know, they like going to car meets and things. And,
Yeah.
and this is the strange thing. He passed his driving test on my birthday in 2016. What's the chance of that?
You see, again, too many coincidences, guys.
But
don't
I live
believe
next
in
door to him.
coincidences.
I had only been living there a year, and then I think his theory test, although I'm not with her anymore, his theory test he passed on my ex's birthday, and then that's April the 6th, and then he passed his driving test in August the 17th, 2016.
No freaking way. I'm
And
just going to
that's
put
my
my
neighbour
phone
is
on my
sort of a
bag,
bit open
guys.
to the. He's not the.
That was a disaster.
Sorry, Doc, can I put this here?
I got scammed. I got scammed from this weird hotel. I called them up.
Yeah, can you? Babes, you're amazing. Just have it the other way. What way's wind might be a problem now, my darlings. The wind is starting to pick up.
What way's the camera? That's it, yeah.
Oh yes, this is the thing we're getting.
So yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear us now. You'll be able to see the chat room because it will come up.
If it rains there, it really rains.
They can hear that wind. I don't know where that wind is. Now I'm ready to talk to the wind.
I'd say anywhere north.
So yeah, as you can
Anywhere
see,
north
we are
for
here
me.
with Nora. We've
Anywhere
got
north,
System
I'd say,
Failure,
Sheffield,
there's
Richmond,
London
Colchester.
Ground,
Much love, System.
British there, and there's Vertec there.
I haven't actually been there much yet, you know.
Awesome assistants right there holding the camera. We're here at Speaker's Corner. We're going to go over to the crowd eventually. I said, you know what? This should just be our new little meet-up spot. It's a good spot to meet up. It's literally just along
I was just saying, well,
I'll do a quick ride round. I'm just going to show you the meetup spot. So there's two huts. There's the Cath hut, which is there, and then this is the second hut. So as you can see, here they are.
the new station was called Effingham Junction, and then he got me off there, and then ended up passing for Southampton where I used to live.
So this is where we're going to meet up. I'm just chatting to London Ground just now. We've got Martin there, we've got Adam there. We're going to go over to the crowds in a bit, and just to let you know, we do have pre-recording facilities and we do have a mic. We have a mic. We've got a mic.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of a prelim. This is just so you know that we're here. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours. We're going to be recording some content. We will be uploading it very soon. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us in the chat room, interacting, going back and forth. Thanks so much for joining us on the channel. As I said before, season 2 of the Really Work Show will be back in about 10 to 14 days. We're going to transition. There is lots to come. We're going to be traversing across the country. We're going to try and get to many cities. We want as many of you, that's right, you, to come out onto the streets and be the louder part of the silent majority. You don't have to be quiet anymore. It's fine. Just come out, speak your mind, tell everyone how you represent. We want you to. We will support you to do so if you're going on the background. Stop flying around. Live content is always right. So yeah, all of you in the chat room, thank you so much. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for future notifications from Really Work Roxanne. In the meantime, stay safe, keep loving one another, don't leave anyone behind, handle everyone with care. Alright, say bye. We'll be back soon. Say bye, everybody. We're gonna.
Black thumbs, black thumbs.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Asita. She's like ching ching.